So here I am in front of Lakeside Cafe, one of my top 5 cafes in all of Madison, about a mile from my house, situated on the bank of Monona Bay, great view of the water. It's been here for about 15 years. The building itself used to be just a knitting shop, and it still has that vibe, which is why it's one of my tops. When I first retired from teaching, I had an office, and then we went away to Israel for a year, and I realized that most of my work is done on my laptop, and I can do it in cafes. I kind of fell in love with the whole cafe idea. Actually, outside is the state capitol. It's kind of obscured by trees right now. In Israel, I probably have a list of 10 top that are within half mile of my apartment, but I haven't made them my home, like Lakeside. On one of Madison's busier streets, I come here more than I do a lot of other places because Barriques is maybe 5 blocks from my house. Not as nicely situated as Lakeside for sure, so it definitely doesn't have the view. One of the rooms is a little dark, the other room can be crowded, so I don't always have a place, but when it's open, good place to work. Staff is really friendly, and good salads and good cookies. So this is Crescendo. It's gone through many names. It was a cafe before cafes were in. It was cozy. They had a great caramelized onion soup. So do you know the history of this place?
I know it's been Crescendo for 6 years.
Maybe when you were in elementary school or before, it was called Eureka Joe's. When you would order decaf, they would call it, when they're, sending the order out, why bother?
Really?
Yeah, and they would call caffeinated coffee, leaded.
I'm going to grab you your decaf.
Thanks. I just like this with the view out there, front windows, the light. Crescendo, aka Eureka Joe, probably top 3. And you saw how nice that guy was. Met him first time. Just really nice vibe here. So this is closest cafe to my house, maybe 3 or 4 blocks, with really good food, a really nice staff. It used to be like a stop and go. It's small, intimate. What I really like about it is that it's kid friendly. That also makes it sometimes difficult to do work because it's not that big inside and it can be noisy. But the vibe is great. If I can find a place like this that makes me feel as comfortable in Tel Aviv. I actually haven't seen this in Tel Aviv. They allow dogs into the cafes, but they don't necessarily invite children. Hi, could I have a large decaf to sit?
Yep.
With skim milk. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. This is a nice size coffee. Nice cookie. Look at colorful. Let's love this place. Zoos. So this is Indy, another one of my top 5. Could be my top, except that it's small. It's closest of all my cafes to the University of Wisconsin-Madison, so it gets filled up pretty easily, and a lot of times I don't have a place to work. I have filmed a short documentary partly here, and I have filmed a short narrative film partly here, so it's really kind of like my creative home. For the record, I am not being paid by any of the cafes that I've highlighted in this episode, not even Indy. I've had that for years. My wife bought it for me. Judith is really the coffee drinker. She taught me how to drink good coffee. Indy is just my place.